Can't shuffle. Gemini. My dad's sign. Air signs and earth signs, I tell you, we just do. From my experience with air signs, I just don't get along with them. Sometimes I get along with my dad. There's certain things. Like, annoying the hell out of my mom, that's where we get along. Actually trying to communicate with each other and have like a really open, emotional conversation. Any air sign I've ever met? Nuh-uh. No. I'll seek out not a fire sign. No, they annoy the hell out of me. No offense, fire sign. No. I'd rather talk to another earth sign. Okay. That's no shade on you. We all got our preferences. How are we looking? Starting the week off. What kind of energy are we going into the week with? Can-do attitude. I got things that I need to be doing. I'm gonna do them. I have a desire, a drive. You've got the passion, you got the spark. You got a lot of spark. And a lot of courage about that spark. Like, you're kind of throwing yourself into something with the mindset of, I can do this, not doubting yourself. Easy reading again? Could it be? Taurus was super easy too. That one just like rolled off the tongue. What's our challenge? What's challenging us? Okay. Positive attitude looking forward. But damn, this has been the case for like both Aries and Taurus, the readings I did before yours. It's positive looking forward, but as you look back, it's kind of like its little goopy tendrils are like, hey, everything sucks. Come back to the suck. Like, when you look ahead, you can stay optimistic and hopeful and positive, but anytime you look back to the past, it's like you lose hope. It's like you lose that optimism. Okay. What's going on in your inner world, Gemini? Wow. Like, okay. So, on the good news, good news is, I think you're sort of realizing that your past is holding your back. Holding your back? No, it's holding you back. Well, I guess it could be holding your back. It's holding on to you. Anyways, you're realizing it's not doing anything for you. It's not serving you. It's not. All it's doing is just dragging you down. And rather than letting it drag you down, you're what was that? What was that saying? I'm gonna have to paraphrase. It's like, I can let myself be depressed about the past, or I can choose to be hopeful about the future, something like that. I don't know. It's basically, you're that right now. Like, you're choosing to make the change, to stop looking back and beating yourself up over your past. That was gross. There's still some There's still some of my beard oil on my lips. I tasted it. sandalwood, which, I mean, like, not the worst flavor in the world, but I'd rather not. It's beard oil. It's oil. Alright. In your past. Okay. It kind of felt like you were doing everything alone. Like you were the only one putting the work in to make things better. And I don't think that was, I mean, it was hard, but it wasn't so hard that it was making you lose hope that things were going to get better. Like, yes, you were having to do it what felt like entirely on your own. You may have actually had to do everything entirely on your own, but that doesn't mean that you weren't. It's like you were certain that the work that you were going to put in was actually going to pay off. You didn't doubt it. First half of the week. How we looking? Okay. We're ready to kind of take control of our situation. Like, or no, we do end up taking control of our situation. That kind of not powerlessness, because clearly you haven't been powerless, but that's that muck that you've been stuck in. I'll keep it vague like that, because I can't think of a better word. That muck that you've been stuck in recently, it's kind of like the rain comes and washes it away. The situation gets a lot better. You end up being in more control of it, sort of able to gauge the scope of the situation. Like, now that you can see the situation clearly for what it is, you're a lot more well equipped to deal with it. Second half of the week. Get out of my way. Yeah. Don't you just love it when your body makes weird noises? Alright. This kind of feels like you're it's like you've been focused so much on building up everything around you. It's like, okay, never mind. It's like all the work that you've been putting into everything around you is finally coming back and rewarding you. Like, you've been thugging it out in a burlap sack for clothing with a rope around your waist for a belt, while creating a palace of marble and gold, an entire kingdom with like everything that everyone would ever possibly need. And you've just kind of been doing that entirely on your own. No one really coming in to help you. But now that you've built everything up, now that like the kingdom's finished, the kingdom is rewarding you. It's like all the residents were like, hey, you know what? You're the one that built this. You're the one that kind of did all this for us. So you're the king or queen. We're going to like farm all the food and stuff and like take care of everything. And you can just like sit back and rest. I know that's not what kings and queens actually do, but you catch my drift. Internal influences. What's driving you? What's your motivation, your ambition? Okay. I just spread some with the rest of us. Yeah, I mean, like, pure optimism. Like, it's kind of like, I tell you truly, if you had faith and did not doubt, you are that person that has faith and does not doubt. That's you. Like, yeah, no, this will come back. This will pay off. Spread some with the rest of us. Okay. It's driving you externally. Yeah, I mean, again, it's kind of you knowing that the work that you're putting in is paying off. Like, sort of, you get out what you put in. You know that if you want the best, you have to be the best. And so you're the best. You do more than anyone else. It actually really makes sense. Like, I'm not reading from my dad, but that really makes sense. Hardworking man. Alright. Hopes or fears? It's hopes. It's your situation isn't exactly everything that you want it to be right now. It feels like you're kind of giving me the vibe of, I don't know, let's say like Omni-Man or Superman or something like that. Superhero references, yuck. You're kind of giving me that vibe where you're some alien being who's basically indestructible, except for a few small things, on a planet of humans who are all against you. Won't give you nothing. You can't have it. It's ours. We don't want you here. But also, we can't really do anything about you, so... But you're basically just hopeful that they're going to realize, okay, well, maybe Omni-Man was a really bad example for this. Superman. It's like if Superman came down to Earth and we treated him like crap because we can't do anything about this guy. And then everybody realizes, oh, wow. This dude actually doesn't want to hurt us. He just genuinely wants to help us. Kind of just hopeful that people are going to see that you're just focused on improving the situation. You're late, huh? Damn. Gemini is like the external equivalent of a Virgo's internal. I'm just trying to help you, like, fix your insides. You, Gemini, you're just trying to fix the outside. Maybe Gemini and Virgo would get along pretty well. No, actually, yeah, that does kind of make sense. It's pretty much me and my dad to a T. Alright, outcome. You get a break. It's like... it's the last card in the spread. How did I know it? Or the last section of the spread. It's always the most confusing one. Or there's always at least one confusing part. Anyways, sort of... I think you end up getting an opportunity where people realize that you kind of know what you're doing. They're willing to sit there and listen to you. And now it's like, oh, holy crap, people finally realized, thank goodness. Now I can, like, that saying, like, if you want it done right, you gotta do it yourself. I think people are realizing that, like, oh, Gemini knows how to do it right. Maybe let's listen. So now you're in an opportunity, or you're in a position to help everybody else figure out how to get it done right. Alright? Oracle card. Cannot keep my hair nice and neat. It's not possible. Maybe one day, hopefully, when it grows out long enough, I can just throw it in a ponytail and call it good. Until then, short hair that is really poofy, likes to do whatever it wants, and is super springy. Yeah, no. When was the last time I danced freely? Dance, because it'll shift you into a beautiful state, because it'll get you out of your head and into your body and heart. Because fear lives in the head along with anxiety, control, guilt, frustration, and impatience. In just a few minutes of dancing, you'll make the shift. You'll feel a change of joy and confidence take over, and you'll feel a soul reminder to live and lead from your heart. Dancing is a tool to ground us in the now. It triggers happiness, and it is the gateway to freedom. To become free, dance. Dance for 3 minutes to your favorite song. Notice the inward fire grow within you and the feeling you feel being you. Your wild, loving force, express it with dance today. I like to dance. Sometimes. I don't really listen to music. I guess you don't really have to listen to music to dance. I don't know. I kind of like to mix shadow boxing with my dancing. Makes it way more fun. And for the super masculine guys that don't really like doing things like dancing, shadow box. It's basically dancing. Alright, anyways. That was your reading for the 11th through the 17th. Hope it resonated. If it didn't, don't worry, it's not part of your story. If it did, I hope it helps you with the week ahead. Until next time, God bless you. Jesus loves you. Peace be with you.